G'day, how you going? It's Richard from Offroad Touring Life. Now, I'm not sure how that sun is. It's the first bit of sun we've seen all day. We left home early this morning and myself and Scout are looking at finding a few good campsites across in South Australia. But this one, we're not too far from Horsham and we're on the banks of Taylor's Lake. It's a free camp that I found on WikiCamps. First impression so far, it's pretty good. There's some clean drop toilets there, some fireplaces around, and the lake's right there. And the grampians is off into the distance there, so the GoPro won't pick that up, but as the sun sets over there, that's going to look pretty spectacular pretty soon. But yeah, we're all set up. Filmed nothing of the drive over. It was just headwinds and miserable rain the whole way over, so it's good to see the sun finally come out. And we're about to go for a walk now around the lake and have a bit of a look around and see what else his campsite has to offer. It looks pretty good so far for a free camp. Something while I just remember, it's quite muddy in here, so if you're towing a big van in here after a bit of rain or even just coming in yourselves, just remember to be careful. There is a main sort of gravel road around, but if you have to get off there a little bit, there's a few tracks. Some people must have been caught out over the Easter weekend. But yeah, time to get the sausages on. Going all out tonight, sausages and bread, nice and simple after a big day drive. Now, just while dinner's cooking there, the back of the car, I've had that sort of in my head how I wanted it. Whether I'm going to stick with this, I'm not sure. So I've got a false floor at the bottom, fridge. I've got a food box for all my food stuff. I've used my Sabre recovery bag there for all my cooking gear. So I'll see how that goes. That's a soft bag. And I've got my hardcore solar blanket that sits behind this 20-litre jerry can. So the solar blanket, I got that from ProWire at the same time all the 12-volt gear was done from ProWire Rolex, and that's my sockets and things there, which I've given you a sneak peek about in my last video. So I'm not sure how it's all going to go. In the back seat I have my swag and I lay the table and the stove in there. Might try a few different layouts over the course of the next few days, but dinner's almost ready. Might be a cool night tonight, but that's all right. Be nice and warm in the swag there. Good morning. So it's day 2 of our trip heading across to South Australia. Now, Didn't film anything this morning, just finished packing up now. It's just after 8 o'clock, and of course just as I start packing up, the wind and drizzle comes in, which is why I didn't bother filming. So we're about to jump in now, head into Horsham, fuel up, and keep heading across to South Australia. Fingers crossed it clears up a bit by the time we get across there. Okay, so to head across to this campsite, which I'm hoping to get a spot, we've got to cross a ferry here. So it's the Naracoorte ferry. It does run 24 hours a day. It's only a couple of minutes to head across, but he's on his way back over, so we'll shoot over there. Now there's 6 of these in South Australia and they are free to use, so just avoid that wind again. But yeah, head across here, not too far from camp. Just over behind us there's a lighthouse which looks pretty cool, and an old looks like an old, just the old lighthouse sort of house. Anyway, makes sense. Alrighty. Righto, so as soon as you cross the ferry there, you drive about 100 metres and then you turn right, and then you'll find this awesome free camp. The wind's blowing across from behind me, so again I'll be sheltered in behind the car. And there's a jetty straight over behind the camera there, which I'll take the camera out and show you shortly. Just a short jetty there. There's a few guys over there trying their luck at fishing, and there's probably about 5 or 6 camps here at the moment. Not too bad for a free camp in a school holiday period, but nice grassy site, so I'll just set up now and kick back for the afternoon. Not too bad getting in the camp about 3 o'clock. Then I'll plan my day. Probably what I'm going to do tomorrow is going to look at 2 nights here, but I might move on tomorrow. Right, so there's been a few other camps roll in tonight, but it's nice and quiet. Just went for a walk out across the jetty there, just while I had the GoPro charging. Now the lighthouse across the water there, so this is Lake Alexandria, I think it is. There's a lighthouse there, you can do tours of it. It's a paid tour, but because I got the dog, I probably can't, so I'll see how close I can get up to that in the morning. But about to get dinner underway shortly and settle in for the night. It's going to be another cold night by the feel of it, but tomorrow, considering heading down into Adelaide. This is a really good campsite here. It's quite nice grass sites. Toilets up there as well, disabled access, so that's always a big plus. And there's a plenty of parking, and not a lot of shade though. But yeah, cracking little camp spot, Naracoorte jetty free camp. So tonight's dinner, nice and simple like last night, but just the sausages and bread. Tonight, schnitzel sandwiches, going a little bit fancy tonight with a bit of cheese and tomato sandwiches. Nice and simple. Do it now before it gets too dark. But hopefully the wind dies off a bit tonight. All right, time to have a bit of a cook up. Good morning. So it's day 3 of my trip on the road with Scout, who found something interesting in the grass behind me there. I actually think she wants to go for a swim in that lake behind me, but I was going to move on today to another campsite, but I've actually decided to stay in this one for another night. It's a really good spot. It was nice and quiet last night. There's about... Oh, hang on. Okay, so that's what I'm dealing with there at the moment. Hey, leave that alone. I'll come back to you once she's settled down. All right, taking her for a run. Good morning. So what I've decided to do, like I just mentioned before the dog had the zoomies, I'm going to stay at this camp another night. So I looked at, seriously considered heading into Adelaide and then back out through Adelaide to the Barossa, but I've decided that this is such a good spot, I might as well just stay here another night and have a day off driving. I've done a few Ks in the last couple of days just to get up to here. Not that it was too hard or anything, just cruise along in the FJ, but this looks like a pretty good spot, so I thought I might as well pull up stumps and have a good relax. So I'm just going for a walk this morning with the dog and spend the rest of the arvo just relaxing around camp, and then do a bit of a cook up later on as well. But yeah, cracking spot. Thought why not make the most of it and enjoy the nice still day and no rain or anything either. It is overcast though, but that's all good. All right, I'm just going to keep going for a walk now. This dog's ready to go. All right, so there's a little township of Naracoorte I've walked into, which is pretty obvious, I suppose, because I'm camped just out of Naracoorte. So there's an old town hall there. There's a few houses and what looks like would have been the old pub down behind me there. It looks like it's now a private residence. But these South Australian sandstone houses are spectacular. Now, if there was any other state of Australia that was going to live in other than Victoria, I'm pretty sure it'd be South Australia. We just love coming across to here. So much to see, plenty to do, and just the old stone houses and the history and architecture's awesome. And this little spot hasn't disappointed at all. So just over behind the camera there, just there, looks like it would have been a pretty popular tennis courts or maybe a netball court or something like that, but obviously that's all gone now and overgrown. People moved out of the area, but yeah, it just shows you what a thriving spot this was. Not sure how long ago it would have closed, but it's well and truly overgrown, and the fences are definitely seen better days. Righto, so I thought I'd give you a quick look at this campsite where I am, or not so much the campsite, but more my setup. So I got the shower tent out there, so I had a nice warm shower this morning, so used the 12 volt from the back of the car. So I got the cigarette lighter socket in there, just ran the shower out. Down on the ground here, I got a hardcore 200 watt solar blanket, which is the solar just runs out the front there, so I just had the bottom propped up with a solar, and got my crash pad swag, which I've had since February 2017. So a lot of you would know some of this stuff, but for those new to the channel, that's how long I've had that. And my awning and the stretcher. So I just got the old stove there, which has got stickers from all around the country on it. They're just on the table, 3 burner, and the gas bottle, and I think I mentioned the awning out as well. So pretty basic camp set up here on the nice grass on the lakes of, trying to remember the name, I think it's Lake Alexandria or something like that anyway. I'll pop it down the bottom, but just a quick run around of the camp setup, and the fridge and stuff is obviously in the back. But yeah, just thought I'd give you a quick look. So I got dinner going. This is probably pretty windy, so it won't make any sense, but dinner's underway. so I've just finished packing up. It's just after 7:30 South Australian time, just after 8 o'clock Victorian time. So I'm just going to head up towards Tailem Bend now and make my way up to Pinnaroo and look at heading back across into Victoria. So it was actually quite a good relax here last night. The breeze was up quite a bit, but yeah, didn't bother filming the pack up. Everyone knows what a campsite looks like when it gets packed up. But yeah, heading off now and knock a few Ks out. So we're on the ferry crossing. That's my view. So we pulled up. The lady was kind enough just to quickly reopen the gate so we could fit on here. And there's the lake, the camp next to, and the campsite's literally just around the corner there. But great spot. Now just keep in mind, if you are at this spot, you will hear the ferry running through the night and the beeper and the idling of the generators, but no different than camping behind a road outback roadhouse. Let's hope the weather clears up a bit today. Not that it's been bad, but yeah, at least it wasn't drizzling. Alrighty, time to hit the road. Righto, so I knew I wasn't going to come to Adelaide, but I've ended up coming in through Adelaide out to West Beach. Just taking Scout for a run along the beach here. Had morning tea in Harndorf and then just decided to make the move. Continued on to Adelaide. Now I'm going to backtrack where I came from and work my way back towards the Victorian border. But yeah, this is an awesome city, Adelaide. Really enjoy coming here. And when you get spots like this on a Friday and there's no one around, it's absolutely awesome. Great weather as well. So I've had a few clouds and rain for the last few days, but this is pretty good. All right, time to keep moving on. Alright, so I've just pulled into Murrayville. Not a free camp tonight. This is a $15 unpowered site. There's a fire pit behind me and a massive stack of firewood, green grass, showers and flushing toilets. It's a full thing. It's only a short walk into town. So this will be tonight's camp. Big day behind the wheel today, out checking out everything around Adelaide and Harndorf, etc. But yeah, time to get set up. I think it's going to be a cool night tonight. There's not a cloud in the sky. Looks perfect. The sun's starting to set, so I'm going to quickly get set up and then I can get dinner underway and get the fire going. But yeah, what a cracking spot. Well, what a great little camp spot this turned out to be for $15. Had the fire going last night and going to go over, have a nice shower there this morning. Got the billy on now, having a coffee. Been throwing a ball to the dog for about half an hour and pack up. Not sure where I'll head to today. Patchy Wallach's definitely one of them. We'll head to the silos, but yeah, $15, pretty good value. Nice grassy sites in town. If you are staying here, you can easily walk into the pub for dinner if you want as well. But yeah, I just had a cook up here last night with a few burgers and looking forward to seeing what I get up to today. What are you doing? So the road trip continues. I'm at Patch Wallick, which is part of the Silo Art Trail. So I've been here before, but I haven't seen the Silo Art before because it's been a while since been up this way. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Just let the dog out for another run, and then I'll continue on over towards Sea Lake. But this Silo Arts definitely pulls people into these towns. Where I am now is close to the entry to Wyperfeld National Park, which is a really good spot to go camping. There's plenty of sand driving in there, but obviously with the dog I'm restricted where I can go on this trip. There is a few spots I can head to. Righto, so here I am at Lake Terrell. I'm not even sure how many times I've driven past this turn off here. Countless. Just out of Sea Lake in the Mallee of Victoria, and here I am checking out a new spot, but it's awesome. There's a cool car park here and lake, so we're about to go for a walk out in the lake. Just sort of quickly film this bit before this popular sign got more popular with people taking photos. Yes, so this is such a cool spot. Victoria really doesn't have it all. You know, you could do weeks of sand driving, high country. We've got the beaches, obviously this big awesome lake here. So yeah, it is a great state to live in, and there is so much to see. But yeah, this spot's really cool. So when you drive up to the car park here, you can, where I just was, you can drive down, but this is a really good viewing platform here. There's toilets there to use, information board, there's a bit of shade under there if you want to have a lunch or anything like that, because there's not much other shade here. But it all looks pretty new. I don't know how new all this viewing area is, but it's absolutely awesome. And I'll just turn the camera around now, and then you can have a bit of a look from here. So as you can see, it's definitely worth a detour off the highway. It's only a few k's down. Right, okay, so I think this might be my last silo art stop that I'll be planning on doing, but I'm at Sea Lake. As you can see, there's the silo art there behind me. These ones are really cool, a bit different than a lot of the other ones that I've seen around the place. But yeah, these ones look really nice. So I'm not sure how well you can see this, but I didn't even know this one was here. We're at Naracoorte, and there's a kelpie up on the silo there. And Scout's barking at nothing, so yeah, this is a good little one to stop at. That's enough. Alrighty. Righto, so it's about 5 o'clock, 4:30, quarter to 5. I've pulled up at Skinner's Flat Reservoir. I camped here back in about 2012 when we were doing the mail run between Renmark and Mildura. We use this on the overnighter on the way up as a quick stopover. So thought we'd pull in here again tonight. It's right on the lake. There is drop toilets nearby. There's quite a few camps set up. Been the Anzac Day long weekend now, so it's Saturday night. So I've had a coffee and I'll kick back, relax and cook up some dinner. I know I've said a lot of relaxing, but today was pretty, a lot of sightseeing today, a lot of driving, a lot of sightseeing, but a fantastic day. All right, go take the dog for a big walk now.
Still got the plate battery in here? No. You can plug in,
So last night, mate Greg drove up, so he's just down out of Bendigo way. He saw where I was camping, so you might remember Greg from my Yulupna Island. He was my security guard, so it was nice of him to drop in back on security duties last night. I'll put a link down the bottom to that Yulupna video and that'll all make sense to you there. But yeah, this is a really good spot, but I'm about to pack up and probably head home today. See how we all go. So I'm going to wrap this trip up here. It's been an awesome trip across into South Australia. Good camp last night. Great to catch up with Greg. Didn't film a lot last night. Haven't filmed a lot on this trip, I don't think, but I'll have a look. But if you've liked this video, give us a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe. And the next trip should be heading back out in the bush. It's been an awesome shakedown trip on the FJ, giving the 12-volt gear a good workout. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you got.